There was a quote of his that I came across recently. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Sometimes I think that everything I do is like a child in the dark, hoping I don't bump into a dresser. When I was a young, expectant mother, I heard a radio phone show. My auntie was on that show. And I called in, and I actually got to speak to her. And I asked her how she accomplished so much with a big family. And she told me that she said no thank you to the things that took too much of her time. Not no, but no thank you. And it just kind of told me that sometimes you have to choose, especially when it comes to your art and your passion. Today, I want to also acknowledge a Colorado poet, Jake Adam York, who died last year. He wrote really intently about the civil rights movement. Wonderful poet. I recommend his work. Murder ballads, many of his poems. Hopefully, he was a friend of mine. Hopefully, his influence comes out in my poems a little bit. People often ask me, what is a poem about? And I really have a hard time answering sometimes. But this poem that I'm going to read today is about people and stairways. Climbing, January 20th. From Birmingham to Denver, snow-capped Rockies to the boarded-up foreclosures in the burnt cities of Michigan, someone lingers. If you zoom in, look closely, a kid rowdy with ideas, or the quiet one distracted, waiting in dead streets of factory towns, a silhouette on a stairway maybe halfway up, a cab driver, a coal miner, a teacher, a visionary, an out-of-work programmer, an average Joe stands, or maybe just gazes out of a window, moves to a ladder, a fire escape, a spiral staircase, a step. A step built on the million steps preceding. Russians would say built on the bones of the dead. Built like red brick buildings rising above the glass-littered alleys, the steel overpasses of the interstates built by the people, even though the words mixed up, clouded like a jambalaya, a stew, a slew of meaningless words like friendly fire or collateral damage, conflict, such big words, and even worse sometimes the small ones like gun and hope. Words like steps, to climb carefully, respectfully, to dance, words, sweet words that dance. Let's step again, Chicago to New York, Atlanta to Seattle. A child dreams of larger worlds, green meadows with mountain steps, Colorado forests where bird dance in their own language under glittering skies. Steps emerging from trails, just a glimpse past the clouds, the next ridge, connotations and annotations. The newspaper erases the hungry, dirty, beaten people from the news, the newspaper itself erased, where names disappear like rain erases chalk from the summer sidewalk. Dreamers of dreams, a girl on the steps, little girl dancing on YouTube, recites a nursery rhyme, and I know this rhyme writer. Know he loved the absurd, rhymed toaster and rooster. Know he held words so close to his heart that he was imprisoned, wrote poems for children and he was shot. But even going to a movie theater can be dangerous now. Tell her, the girl, tell her the history of words, the dancing clouds on rooftops. Look up now to what is at the top of the stairs. The stairway filled with words, steps loud with stepping. Listen to those shoes on the stairway like a heartbeat. Step. Look up with empathy because the struggle goes on. We struggle on the stairs with steps that rise into a world that MLK might dream. Time traveler on a teeter-totter. Step up and back. A two-step toward the top. Those stairs we are looking at, that office building, that window, where we can still daydream. Look up from our computers during the morning.